Warning: this episode contains strong language, adult themes, sexual content, and one horrible anecdote involving dog shit. This show is not suitable for children, and if you let them watch it, their lives and yours will never be the same again. You have been warned. Please enjoy the show responsibly. Greetings! I am Skeletor. You remember me. Welcome to SkeleTalk, the series where you demonstrate your ignorance and I embarrass you with my superiority. Shh, it's the internet's best kept secret. Now, many of you will be expecting, at this point, an interruption from Skelly-Tiny, who likes to butt in and ask regular viewer and resident bovine expert Thompson Hereford Farm a question about cows.
Skeletor, I have a question about cows.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Go ahead, make your inquiry, after providing some context. Oh, and wait for the transition.
Okay. In the children's nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle, we are led to believe that a cow jumped over the moon. But this is obviously impossible. We all know that cows cannot jump, even a bit. There has never been a cow that has been able to successfully leave the ground without the help of a landmine, and there is no documented evidence to support any jumping cow hypothesis. And my question is, why are we being lied to about jumping cows?
This cow is jumping.
Wow! Fucking hell, look at that thing. Sorry, my bad. Never mind, I have another question about cows.
Now you finished?
Not yet, no.
Tough shit. Get out of my sight.
Okay.
Right. Our first question is... Skele-Tiny, come back.
Yes, Skeletor?
Don't walk away from me without permission. The farm has a question for us. It asks, are Herefords not your favourite breed of cattle? Well, answer him.
No, my favourite breeds are Jersey and Holstein.
It's pronounced Holstein.
No, it isn't. The Holstein breed originates from the Netherlands, and in Dutch, the uses of E and I, or I and E, are pronounced according to the second letter. EI is pronounced I, and IE is pronounced E. In the case of these cattle, it is Holstein.
Well, thank you for the lesson, and thank you for banging on about cows again. That's going to make an exciting thumbnail, isn't it? Yeah. Whiplash, pull up her boobs so I can make the thumbnail more clickable.
Yes, Skeletor. Are these boobs okay?
I don't care, Whiplash. Whatever. It's not for me. It's for the algorithm. Why are you still here?
I didn't know I could leave.
What are you waiting for? Permission?
Yes.
Use your initiative, you little bastard.
Okay.
Right. Next question. Stephen Gray asks, are socks really just portals to other realms? To other realms, yes. Into other realms, no. Socks provide access to a holding dimension, populated almost entirely by disembodied feet, although sometimes for short periods containing batteries, bars of soap, snooker balls, and willies. This area of the quantum field is surrounded by a hypersurface, a threshold through which solid matter cannot pass. Doing so would require traversing a wormhole, or, in extreme cases, a black hole, and the latter is very dangerous unless you've really done your homework. In answer to your second question, once a sock develops a hole, its wave function is disrupted, and it will then simply become a sock with a hole in it. Stephen also asks what I was doing to get kicked out of the 3 locations I mentioned in the last episode. Well, at the Leonora Carrington exhibition, I was caught masturbating into an unattended handbag, which I can hardly describe as being my fault. I was forcibly removed from the albatross colony because apparently one is not supposed to masturbate into the unattended nest of a seabird, a fact of which I was unaware. There was no signage to that effect on display. How am I supposed to know not to wank into a nest? Oh, and I was asked to exit the Frankfurt Zoo exotic bird habitat because I am not a zookeeper or an exotic bird. It's not my fault somebody forgot to lock the access door. I thought it was the butterfly house. Anyway, thanks. Retro Toy Guy Sai wants to know which member of 90s girl band L7 would be best at helping a member of 90s indie band Shed 7 out of a tall tree. Well, I'm sorry, I have no idea who any of these people are. My gut instinct is that this person could be quite competent at tree shenanigans. Personally, I think anyone stuck in a tree should be left up there. Simon also asks to see another photo of Catherine Parkinson, as he misses her. No problem. Here you go. We thank you for setting her free. Weapon Zero makes reference to Beastman's previous job as the 8th chauffeur of the late Richard Burton, and wonders if Burton ever said, "Take a break, Driver 8. Driver 8, take a break. We can reach our destination." What is it, Whiplash?
Skeletor, that was a quote from an REM song.
Was it?
Yes, Skeletor, Weapon Zero is mocking you.
Yes, I see that now. Whiplash, begin a new list entitled Those Who Cannot Be Trusted. It goes without saying that you will put Gerard O'Connor at the top of the list, but please put Weapon Zero in second position with a brief outline of this infraction. Going forward, we must document these transgressions.
Yes, Skeletor.
Weapon Zero, thank you for generating this additional paperwork. Jason Raphael Murdoch asks if it's true that my introduction to Whiplash was upon discovering him trapped in a Wendy's dumpster. No, I first encountered Whiplash in the early 1980s in Eternia's Vile Marsh. On that particular day, I was enjoying an alfresco wank amongst the reeds. In the latter moments of my masturbation in the desolate landscape, the scent of freesias drifted somewhat mysteriously by, prompting me to throttle myself to a swift and urgent completion. It was at precisely this time that I came across Whiplash, whose snoozing was interrupted by my warm splatter. Thanks for asking. Now, for those of you following the status updates of the endearingly balmy Ben, astutely, or for those willing to endure confusion for the next 2 minutes, I offer the following communication from this peculiar man, advising, for the upcoming barbecue season, food standards alert for bastard artisan animal bits. Unfortunate offshoot of copyright scandals, with disputes and tangles replete, the shepherds and cowboys, now shepflocks and cowherds, once renamed wranglers of meat, cowards toward latter, hurled former, brewing considerable clerical disorder, newly installed word crimes wreaked havoc with guide cooking timelines, anomalous recipes to be adjusted accordingly, and please, cook our meats on high heat. Rabbit tamer, frog sexer, and mongoose charmer products may also be affected. Please note our products contain glass. No, it was far too windy in 87. How long does it take to inflate one of those things? Actual maniac H.P. Bifter writes, rather alarmingly, I had a bit of an accident with my own minions, and wonder how best I should deal with the resultant matter. Here are the options he is considering. Well, I would, without question, recommend a curry as the best solution, as literally anything edible can be added to a curry. Here's a true story, not for the squeamish. Monkey Boy knows somebody who, after experiencing prolonged and despicable behaviour from their partner, decided to exact their revenge in the form of a curried retribution. This payback meal, a flavourful, spicy chicken curry, was creatively concocted using strong, powerful flavours, rich textures, and complicated aromas. The final ingredient added to the dish was one large, complete, soft dog shit, which was stirred thoroughly into the hot meal and served to the unfortunate and unsuspecting recipient. Not only was this bowl of shitted chicken's bits consumed in its entirety, and our cook complimented on its tastiness, but a second helping was enthusiastically accepted, much to the delight of our protagonist, who, rather than reveal the horrific secret ingredient, simply enjoyed the immense satisfaction. To this day, the recipient has no idea they once ate 2 large servings of curried canine bum rubbish. Would you like to see the dessert menu? Alex James asks if it was I who caused the destruction of the Beatles by casting a love spell upon John and Yoko. Well, technically, no, but I did instruct Evil Lynn to cast the spell, so it was my idea. However, this was only indirectly responsible for the escalating tension within the band. The demise of the Beatles must be credited to Yoko Ono herself, who managed to achieve this result through the application of her own personality. Allegedly. Thanks. Daniel Question has the following heron. Which would you rather have? Love, respect, money, Eva Green naked on your bed, or Helen from HR giving you a prostate exam? Well, I don't want love and I don't need money. Helen from HR doesn't know that much about prostates, and I don't really fancy Eva Green anymore, since she grew that panic moustache after Jason Raphael Murdoch rejected her advances. So, by process of elimination, I choose respect, which I would have chosen in the first place. Thanks. Arch Stanton asks if Taylor Swift dated Stinkor years ago, as it would explain why she stinks. Not to my knowledge. I think she achieved this all by herself, but I will double check. In the meantime, here's a squirrel's willy bone. Thanks. The Fly Attractor reports that he has no recollection of the last 2 weeks and wonders where he has been. His only clues are several bottles of nighttime cough medicine, some fresh piles of dirt in his garden, heavily soiled chopping equipment, and some invoices for cow supplements signed by Skele-Tiny. Hold on. Skele-Tiny, come here.
What is it, Lord Skeletor?
Have you been up to mischief with cough medicine over the past 2 weeks?
Could you be referring to Night Nurse specifically?
Yes.
No?
Okay. Have you signed any documents recently?
Could this include paperwork relating to matters of cows?
Yes, it could.
No, I haven't.
Okay. And have you seen anything weird happening of late?
Well, I suppose that depends on your definition of weird. Could you mean a human man off his tits from being forced to drink dangerous amounts of over-the-counter cough suppressant, frantically burying cow skeletons in a residential vegetable plot?
Yes, something like that.
No.
Sorry, Fly. I fully investigated the mystery, but none of us know anything about it. Perhaps this image will help. Next. Paul Wilson is wondering which celebrities I would select to form a band, and has some associated questions. Okay, the following would be plausible. I would choose Johnny Depp to play guitar, and Keanu Reeves to play bass, with this man on drums. Who is that? Tommy Lee Jones?
It's Billy Bob Thornton, Skeletor.
Oh, same person. And Amy Adams on vocals. I would play the theremin, disguised as Tom Hardy, and he would be disguised as the remains of Marlon Brando. The band would be called Acting Out, and our first single would be titled Give Us Your Money, Posh Pet Food is Expensive. The B-side would be a faithful cover of Hold On by Wilson Phillips. Thanks, Paul. Mike Cannelloni has no question this week, but has sent us the lyrics to a song he once wrote to the tune of Living in America. It's called Living in Eternia, and it's very good. Here are the lyrics, which I encourage you to pause and read. Thank you, Mike. Now, our next question is from the reliably creative Mimi Rogers, who asks... hold on. Whiplash, where's the question?
I don't think you're going to like it, Skeletor. It's going to make you angry.
No, don't be silly, Whiplash. I want to see it.
Okay.
Right, Mimi asks, what is favourite movie? Right, fuck it. That's it. I quit. Right, Whiplash, the show's all yours. Good luck with it. See ya.
Oh no. Hello. The final question this week is from K-Dog, who asks, Shetland pony or Clydesdale? And why do they measure horses in hands? Just a moment. Okay, it seems that the method of horse measurement we use began in the Middle Ages, because people back then were idiots. And as for your first question, I'm not sure what you are asking, as the question is quite vague. I can only assume you'd like to know which of these two horse breeds would be the most relaxed when taking helicopter lessons, in which case a Shetland pony is only comfortable piloting a recreational chopper, whereas a Clydesdale would find those a bit boring and would prefer the high-risk, high-reward challenge of operating a heavily armed attack helicopter. Thank you. Well, that's all we have for this week. Thanks for watching. I guess your questions for next week should be addressed to me. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, bye.
Please go away.